Hello everyone, welcome back to Astra. In today's episode what we're going to do is we're going to continue back to the engine compartment here. I was just looking around. Sorry about the last episode missing a little bit. I didn't realize that I was paused, so yeah, I was just blabbing on and on and on. I'll try to keep more attentive eye on my recording and my stop recording. I don't remember what I stopped for. Ideally, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get back over here so we can get the small vessel brought in. So we can get off this rock and go to a different rock. Actually, what kind of planets are in this area? There's the moon. There's Dread. And there's a Black Ash. I've set them longer than that can be getting rid of. Put the drill in there for now, but we're not going to really use it today. We're not really going to use it. We only need I'm just trying to think here. Platinum ingots is going to be the bottleneck right now. Alright. We collected the goodies. Collected that goodies. Alright, moving on. Have to go this way. We're getting closer to our goal here. Sorry, not paying attention to what I'm doing. I think this one had... Alright, so I think we have everything we need to bring in the small vessel. But don't quote me on that. Alright, we'll set her down right here. Don't worry, we're taking this bad boy with us, the tree chopper. We have a salvage core, so we don't need that core. Let's go drop that off in there. Alley-oop. Alright, so now we need to dig through the rubble here and... Let's see here. Throw that in there. Alright, so we need a cockpit. We need a landing gear. We need a fuel tank. Alright, generator. Fuel tank. Make sure these are CVHVs. Alright, so we have power, we have cockpit, we have that. If you're wondering, I'm looking for thrusters. That can go on the fridge so it doesn't spoil. There we go, some small thrusters for an SV. That can go in the factory. 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 No! In my haste, in my haste to, get rid of some items, I kind of got rid of the, thrusters. Which is fine, because we have more thrusters somewhere around here. Maybe. If not, we'll have to build some thrusters. Oh, here we go. Here's some more thrusters. More SV thrusters. This one we got a starter block from somewhere. Then we have a core. We have a core. We're gonna take out that. We're gonna drop that core in there. And then we're gonna make a SV starter block. Let's make sure it goes into the fridge so I can find it easy. Alright, so now that we have the small vessel starter block, we're going to drop it down. Sorry, I'm listening. Alright, so now we need landing gear. Actually, do we really need landing gear? I don't think we do. Fuel tank. Generator. Now we have 6 thrusters. We're gonna go One up. One up. One side. One this side. One down. One down, one up, two up, side to side, reverse. Do we really need reverse thrust and forward thrust? Can we make one more thruster? Actually, you know what? Let's take the thruster off the side here. The upper thruster. Because I don't want to waste materials building said thing. Since this is just going to go in the factory here in a second. Alright, so let's see. We were looking for fuel. Alright. So with the fuel on hand here, let's drop everything back off in here that we can. We'll drop the landing gear in here. Alright. So we have thrusters in all the right directions. We're gonna have to do this quick. Hold on, let the cab warm up. Sorry everyone, just waiting for the temperature to equal out here. You have left the planet. You need to find out the state of the Terran forces in Andromeda. Warp to the UCH vessel, and you will need to warp capable SC or capital vessel depending on the distance you and you need to warp to. P minute. Let that one warm up. We gotta let that one warm up. This is the ship here. Got 4 drills, which is fine. We're not really gonna go out and like jump around and whatnot. I think it's warmed up enough. Let's take the fuel. Take the fuel out of here. And back down to Purgatory. We landed away from the engine compartment. Alright, so next up on our agenda is we need to make up some syntactic. We can throw all this into the factory. Let's go rinse our rads off and then we're going to think about what we're going to do next. Alright, so what we're going to do next is we're going to head out to maybe go do some exploring. I need to make up some 15 mil ammunition, right? It's upgradable. Now I'm just looking around the ship just to see what's here. O2 dispensers on the left. Alright, so let's warm this bad boy up. What kind of ammunition do we need? 12.7 millimeter. 12.7 millimeter. 12.7 millimeter. What else? 100? That ought to be enough ammunition to get us where we're going and back. I'm gonna take some med kits with me. I'm gonna fill up on food before I leave this. Because we're gonna go maybe think about doing a POI. Alright, since we've been gone, these things should have been willing and... Whoops, and I don't mean to pick that up. I didn't mean to pick that up. So put it back down. No, I didn't mean to pick that up. Set it back down. These right here. I'm gonna make sure that I bring water with me just in case I get fever attack. What? We're gonna go over to Epsilon or whatever thing. Yeah. Alright, so the ship is warming up. What else do we need to bring with us? We bring a transformation or I don't think I need that. Can we put a couple more gas on here real quick? It's gonna look kind of weird, but I want more firepower. Because one gas's not gonna be enough. Alright, so let's turn back on the shield so we remember. Turn on the oxygen. Let's fill the oxygen up. Alright, our maiden voyage over to the next planet. Let's go. We have 43 light years we can jump. Or 43 AU that we can jump. That should give us enough to get over there and back. In the barring it. What's our rep with everybody? Yeah, faction, whatever. Okay. Yeah, there's some moons here we can check out. I kind of want to go over to Epsilon. Okay, to warp over there? Oh yeah, we should have enough to get back. Now, if I remember correctly, Major says there's a ship out here, a small vessel that has laser drills on it. You can find them sometimes out in orbit. See? I'm just looking for the drill and see if there's one on here. I don't have an EVA boost, so I'm not going to venture outside. Yeah, I don't see a drill. It would have stuck out like a sore thumb. Because I know what I'm looking for. But yeah, there's a lot of good parts on it. I mean, I'm not gonna stay in space here. It's a map. There's a heat signature over there. So what we're looking for is depots. Landed right dead smack in Polaris territory. Normally we're landing in 0x territory. We're gonna get a lot of XC here in just a second. Boing. What level are we? 16. I think level 20 is the drills. Very small Prometheum. Medium Neo. Small Prometheum. Like I said, once we loot something, it's over. It's not coming back, so whatever we find, we find. If, you know, we have to keep an eye on our food and like planet coordinate. I think there is a small constructor down here. They're like little island oases. Alright, deposit. Go over here and see what this Polaris one is. Looks like a supply depot. Spaceport, that was close, right? New faction, Polaris Megacorp. Vehicle station. We have 120. That's it? Oh, I was gonna say 120. I thought I had like 700 or something. I was gonna get worried there for a second. I don't remember spending those points. You know what I mean? For medium. Neo. We're hostile with that faction. We're always hostile with the Xerox. They get a bad rap. Now we could make the Xerox friends with us. Because right now they're only... No, they hate us. Well. That was pretty quick. You know. You gonna stop flipping around now? Junk. Alright. Oh, Neo. We need it. We need Neo. So is there an asteroid field here? There is. Okay, we're gonna go visit the asteroid field. Eventually. What I'm trying to do in this playthrough is not touch any deposit on a planet. You know, we can auto mine on a planet, but we cannot like mine out the ore resources. Just as an added game challenge. It's like it's not no mining. It's just no mining resources on planet. We either have to find them in space or space. Of course, where are we gonna find Neo in space? You think? Well, if you look at this asteroid field over here in the distance, if you go in here, well, in that asteroid field there will be a Neo, and a Sathium, and an Aluminum. Right now we're just going across the planet. Ooh, there's a purple KOY. Let's go. Where's this capital vessel at that we so... He's down at the bottom of the map. Okay. Wait, hold on. We're at the top of the map. Okay. I'm like, wait, hold on. If he's at the bottom and I'm at the bottom, that's not good. Fuel depot. That looks like a drone base. A drone base would be nice. Wonder if we can trade for anything. I'm just trying to think. Should we do the drone base? If it was a depot, I would do it right off the get-go, but it's not a depot. We're going to continue searching. Another purple signature over here. Reactor. Ooh, a power plant. I've only done that a couple times. Actually, I haven't done it like a whole bunch of times yet. I don't even know what that abandoned thing has to offer us. Let's move on for now. We're not ready to get in that scrap with anybody. How many deaths have we had? No, no deaths. Not much here as far as resources go, or as far as POIs go. I mean, there's a drone base, yeah, maybe. But then there's the want to go see what these Xerax did. They're over here. Normally Xerax are red. The Neo. Supply bay. I don't know what that is. That's probably a drone base of some sort. Let's not get close enough to figure that one out. No, I'm not a chicken. It's just in this mod, shields go down quick. And I don't have the shield boosters. They are not here. What are we? 17, almost level. Ideally, we want to be level. Whoops, doing endo. Yeah. Yeah. Still pretty young in the day. This being Sunday and all, getting these recordings done for the week, or week and a half, or whatever we have here. That's so I think we just made a full circle around the bottom of the map. No, there's still more to be seen this way. So there's some uncovered map back this way. I feel like I ran around in circles. Yeah, northwest sounds like a good trajectory. I think I'm going to do the mining off camera for the Neo and whatnot. I mean, it's just going to be me drawing out an asteroid forever. So we'll cut that bit out. So we're going to be exploring this episode. And then in the next episode, what we'll do is we'll come back and we will see where we are as far as materials go and see what we need to get from the planet and whatnot. I kind of don't want to deplete the planet out of resources unless we actually have to. Just tap it in, tap it in. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. Package came in today. And it was too heavy for my right to left. So I'm out of breath. It was. Packages were heavy. That's they were. Let's go this way. Let's go east. But yeah, I had to bring in here a couple of packages. Whoops. Waste of ammunition. Why don't they have a better radar? Am I headed that way? There it is, it popped up. I don't know if I should do the power plant or not. Just trying to think, yeah. I think this planet uncovered. Yep. We'll uncover these radar bumps here. Medium Neo if we need to come back for it. But like I said, I'm going to do mining off camera. You guys won't see any of it unless we have unless I'm doing a planet mine, which I don't plan on doing. I plan on keeping to the asteroid fields. No, I don't have regenerative POIs turned on, so the asteroids, once they've taken up, that is all they wrote. The game's choppy right now. That was a good chunk of XC. Alright, everyone. I think that's pretty much this planet explored. I don't see any more POIs. I mean, there's a little bit here and there, but I don't think we missed any of them. So there's a drone base and a power plant on this planet. Wonder if we can find something to tax it. Alright everyone, this is where I'm going to call this video. Like I said, I'm going to do some mining off camera. I'm not going to touch the planetary one. I'm going to go over to the asteroid field and mine out whatever I can. But this is where I'm going to call this video, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you throw that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe for more daily videos and streams. Okay everyone, take care. Bye bye. Thanks to all my Patreons and YouTube subscribers.